All right, welcome back to Let's Talk Gratitude. My name is Christian, and today we are going to be doing something pretty different. I'm not going to be in the chair today, and that's because today I've got an unplanned, forced day off today. So I drive for Uber, and my car is currently not working, so while it's getting fixed, I figured today would be a good day to work on a little project that I talked about on Wednesday during our gratitude check-in, which if you haven't watched it, you really should. It's a good time just to talk about things that we're grateful for. We talked about the Bible. We talked about cool youth group stuff, and we talked about how I'm DMing for a group and am trying to work on a project for the group. So I figured, hey, let's bring you guys in on this little project that I'm working on, and just see how it goes. So it'll be something new, and yeah, let's check it out. See you guys outside. All right, so we're in the backyard now. We have the materials in front of me. But before we get into exactly what this project's going to be, I feel like it's a good time to remind you to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, help this channel grow, and hit the notify bell so you don't miss new content like this one. Um, Also, if you've played D&D before, whether as a DM or just as a player, go ahead and comment what your favorite part about playing D&D, either DMing or being the player of a D&D party. And just tell me what your favorite part about that experience was. I'd really love to know and be interested to hear your thoughts on that. All right, so just explaining kind of what this project is going to be. Um, and what we're doing here. So my four players have traveled into a mountain dungeon and are looking for some hostages at the bottom of the dungeon. Waiting for them at the bottom of the dungeon is essentially just going to be like the bottom of a pit, cave walls all around it, and all that. Um, the hostages will be down there. Also waiting for them is going to be a boss. I won't say what the boss exactly is. I'll give you a hint. It rhymes with Cantamore. Um, so there's your hint. Um, but so essentially, they're going to have to make the decision of whether we attack the boss only and hope that the hostages survive, or we save the hostages, distract the boss, and get out of dodge, or we try and do a bit of both. So it's going to be pretty fun to see how they prioritize the encounter. It won't just be the boss will have some minions and attack them throughout the encounter. However, today, my goal is to essentially just create that pit, which in theory should be pretty simple, right? It's just creating the walls around and then creating some rocky obstacles in kind of in the center. Um, so I'm going to change the camera view so we get a better idea, so I can get a better view of kind of the idea I'm trying to work with here. All right, so we have our basic layout here of kind of what I'm thinking, right? And so the basic plan, or at least the first step at least, is for me to carve out the centers of all these halves so that there's really only about like maybe an inch to inch and a half, maybe 2 inches, depending on what would help make the walls stand up on their own better. Afterwards, I'm gonna see if I can find a way to make these corners here all around a bit more flush, so it's not like a weird cloverleaf dungeon or something. Um, but that's sort of the basic plan. In my head it seems pretty simple. The tough thing is these foam pieces are not the easiest to cut through. I was kind of hoping uh, that they would be easy. Unfortunately, they're a little difficult. They were difficult to cut in half, but it is what it is, and we'll make do with what we've got. So I will see you guys next when there's some progress made on that front. Okay, so I've cut through one already. I like the way it's come out for the most part. One thing, though, that I kind of have to take into account is this is a really pronounced curve. And so if you can see, when the others are cut, it's going to be really, really cloverleaf-like. So definitely got to find a way to flatten those curves at the corners out a bit. One cool thing, though, that kind of surprised me came out of cutting them was I got all these like different smaller pieces that my head immediately went to could be like for a ruins like stage. So I'm just gonna collect all of those cut up pieces in a box for a later point. Only took like 25 minutes maybe to cut through that one. So 3 more to go. Looking forward to it. After I cut all the pieces and get it to how I want it, I think I'm just gonna spray or paint them, spray paint them or regular paint them black, because I don't know, black or gray. Don't really know what difference it would make, but that'll be later down the road. See you then. All right, I'm back. I'm about halfway through the carving process. I just wanted to take a quick second to talk about kind of what this is all for, why I'm videoing this whole deal. And it really goes along with why I'm even trying to build this channel, right, in the first place. And that's because, starting the year 2024, I set a goal for myself to, in 6 months, be in a better place, better position, better space than in 6 months than I was in January. And January's been pretty good already. But 6 months from now, I want to be in a better position than I am now. And to do that, things have to change, and things, I got to try new things and take a chance on some new opportunities and experiences. And this channel's, one of those things I'm taking a chance on and trying to build. But, I think it just, one of the values that I want to set on the channel is to just try something new. Don't be afraid to try. Like, and with this project, like, it's a silly, D&D, crafting project. It's an art project, really. And so it's not like the most philosophically important thing in the world, but I've always been enamored by shows like Critical Role and Dimension 20 and how Brennan Lee Mulligan and Matt Mercer build their battle maps. And, like, I don't want to be them, but I want to, in my own way, like, try and create my own thing and try and create something that I can enjoy as well, like they do with their groups. And so, that's all this is, hey, I'm giving something a shot, and if it works out, great. And if, I don't do a good job, but someone who watches this video is like, oh, he didn't do it well there, but I have an idea to make something better than that on my own, like, then I think this video was worth it in and of its own right. But that's really the goal, is to just try something new, take a chance on new experiences, new opportunities, and that's all Let's Gratitude is Let's Talk Gratitude is all about, being grateful and, putting your headspace in a grateful mind, with a grateful mindset, but also trying new stuff and trying to build new memories, build new experiences, build new skills, and things like that. I've never done an art project like this before, so just the learning process of figuring out how to do it all has already been fun for me, and I'm looking forward to whatever's next. So see ya in the next little bit of progress you make. All right, so all 4 pieces are now cut, but obviously, like I said before, these wall pieces are just a bit too rounded for my liking. So the idea I've kind of come up with is with these extra pieces that we have here, I'm going to cut the walls kind of at like an angle, just to connect them to these connecting pieces. Nothing's going to get glued together. I like the sort of modular feel to it. But yeah, so we're going to cut these at an angle, connect them to the wall so that it just is a bit more well-rounded and looks natural and things like that. And we'll see how that goes. So I like how it's come out so far, though. It's worked out pretty well so far. Alright, so I'll see you when... Okay, so this is what kind of come up with. Is like the sort of the final piece of it, I think. I really like this setup. It's a lot of oval shape, kind of an oval shape, rectangular shape almost. But I think this is exactly kind of what I'm looking for, and I like how it's come out. I ended up having to cut up a couple of the sides to straighten it out, like that top side there. But essentially, how this works, right? Party enters through the front, and there's your pit there. But I like it. I like how it's come out so far. The next thing to do is spray paint it all, which will take a while to dry and all that. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Depends on how, I guess, how quickly it dries. But yeah, so far so good. So far so good. Woo! All right, so here's one section of the wall with the spray paint on it and dried. I love the way it's come out, and obviously that there's still white from the foam poking through the black, but I actually don't mind it at all. It most rocks have like a little glistening to them and aren't all gray or all black. So I kind of like that sort of more natural, like earthy feel to it. I really like the way it's come out, especially like the rough cut parts of the foam, like in particular, like this section that kind of, creates sort of cliffy overhang. I like it a lot. I like the way it's come out. So the rest of it's already spray painted. We're going to give it probably a good 10-15 minutes to dry, and then set it all up on the table, all out, and get a final look at what we made today. Yeah, I'm excited. So see you at the end. All right, this is the final look of our little project here. I love the way it's come out, man. I can't be too mad. I think outside in the daylight, the white of the foam pops out a lot more. It's a lot more noticeable. Inside though, a lot darker just with the ceiling lights. But man, like the way it came out. Again, not anything super outrageously complicated. Just a simple pit for our heroes to fight in. Man, yeah, really like it. Yeah, so there you have it. Project finished. What are your thoughts on it? If you've done a project like this before for D&D, and have some constructive advice, man, I would absolutely take it. Even if you want to just say, man, this really sucked. I'll take those comments too. But man, I really enjoyed this. So it's been kind of a bummer because we didn't get to meet this week for D&D. So I think I'm gonna send our group a picture of this little project here as a way to hype them up for whenever they do get to the eventual boss fight. But I've thoroughly enjoyed making this little project. If you've stuck around for the entire video, man, I'm so grateful. Thank you for watching. If you want me to do more stuff like this, I'd be more than happy. This was a lot of fun. I feel like I really got to have some fun on an impromptu day off. But anyway, make sure you like the video, subscribe to help this channel grow so I can do more stuff like this on the channel. Hit the notify bell so you don't miss any new content. Next video I'll be making will be the next Friday Night SmackDown review, which is tonight. This is being filmed on Friday. It'll either come out Saturday morning or Monday like usual. We'll just kind of see what the feeling is. Anyway, thank you for watching the video. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye, y'all.